Right now, something is happening inside your engine that you cannot see, cannot hear, and will not feel, until it costs you thousands. Most car owners never get the full picture until the damage is already done. Today that changes. Here is what actually separates a car that dies at 80,000 miles from one still running strong past 300,000, starting with number 12. Your transmission fluid looks fine. Red color, no burnt smell, but it has already stopped protecting your transmission. Under constant heat and pressure, the chemical additives break down long before the fluid looks worn. Tiny metal particles accumulate and act like sandpaper on your clutch packs and valve body. By the time you feel a jerk or a slip, the internal damage is already advanced. You are looking at a $2,000 to $5,000 rebuild. The shop-proven fix is a partial fluid exchange every 40 to 50,000 miles. Never authorize a full flush on a neglected transmission. It dislodges built-up deposits and accelerates failure. Always use the exact manufacturer-specified fluid. No universal substitutes. That single detail matters more than most people realize. Number 11. The 7 to 10,000 mile oil change interval exists for marketing, not for engine longevity. In real-world conditions, short trips, traffic, extreme temperatures, oil degrades dramatically faster. The protective additives break down, the base oil thins, and sludge begins forming inside oil passages, around timing chain components. On top of pistons, you will not notice it happening. The first sign is usually a faint engine knock. And by that point, the damage is already advanced. Mechanics who tear down high-mileage engines consistently report that engines serviced every 3,000 to 5,000 miles with full synthetic oil look dramatically cleaner inside. Always pair every oil change with a fresh filter. The cost difference between doing it right and doing it cheap is about $10. The difference in engine life could be 100,000 miles. Number 10. If your vehicle has a rubber timing belt, this is the one that sends people into full panic. When a timing belt snaps in an interference engine, the valves and pistons collide. The engine destroys itself in a fraction of a second. And here is what the service interval does not capture. Rubber ages with time, not just mileage. A belt with 40,000 miles, but 6 years of age can crack and fail without warning. Start inspecting around 40,000 miles. Replace proactively, and always replace the tensioner, pulleys, and water pump in the same service. Skipping those to save money, and then having one fail shortly after is one of the most expensive false economies in car ownership. Number 9. Worn spark plugs do not just cause misfires. They send unburned fuel into your exhaust stream, where it destroys your catalytic converter. One of the most expensive components on a modern vehicle. Plugs marketed for 100,000 miles regularly show real wear at 30 to 50,000 in turbocharged or direct injection engines. Inspect them on a consistent cycle, use factory-specified plugs, and treat oil fouling or heavy carbon deposits as a diagnostic signal. Something deeper may be going on. Number 8. Your fuel filter is silently protecting your fuel pump and injectors from every contaminant in your fuel system. As it clogs, it forces the pump to work harder, running hotter, and wearing faster. Debris that gets past it lodges inside injector orifices and alters spray patterns. The symptoms feel minor. Slightly harder starts, minor hesitation, marginally worse fuel economy. But the damage accumulates with every mile. Replace it every 20 to 40,000 miles and always use a quality filter. A cheap one that releases debris downstream is worse than no filter at all. Number 7. Most car owners change their oil and ignore every other fluid completely. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. That moisture lowers its boiling point. Under hard braking, degraded brake fluid can boil inside the lines, creating vapor bubbles that collapse your pedal. That is brake fade caused by fluid failure, and it has caused accidents. Test your brake fluid annually and replace it every 2 years. Coolant every 3 years to prevent internal corrosion. Transmission fluid every 25 to 40,000 miles. Power steering fluid when contaminated. Every fluid in your car is a maintenance item. Treat it that way. Number 6. The mass airflow sensor measures the volume of air entering your engine so the computer knows exactly how much fuel to inject. When it accumulates oil film and dust, and it will, it sends incorrect data to the ECU. The engine runs rich, fuel economy drops, power decreases, and the idle becomes rough. Cleaning it with a proper MAF sensor cleaner every 10 to 15,000 miles takes under 10 minutes, costs almost nothing, and delivers immediate results. Faster throttle response, smoother idle, better economy. It is one of the cheapest performance improvements you can make. Number 5. Your car is communicating with you constantly. A faint tick at cold start, a subtle vibration at highway speed, a creak from the suspension on a specific bump. These are not random. They are engineered warning signals. Most people turn up the radio. Weeks later, that tick has become a rod knock. That vibration has become a wheel bearing days from failure. When you notice something, document it. When it happens, at what speed, under what conditions. Record it on your phone. That information can transform an expensive diagnosis into a simple fix. Early intervention is one of the highest return habits in car ownership. Number 4. Every component in your vehicle was engineered with specific tolerances. When you replace it with a substandard alternative, you risk not just that part failing early. You risk damaging everything connected to it. A cheap ignition coil can spike voltage and damage the engine control module. A poor quality oxygen sensor can destroy the catalytic converter. Brands like Bosch, NGK, and Denso have maintained manufacturing standards for decades. Because precision is not a feature, it is a functional requirement. You are not paying for a logo. You are paying for parts that actually meet the specifications your vehicle was designed around. Number 3. Rubber components deteriorate with time and mileage simultaneously. A coolant hose that looks fine externally can have internal delamination that collapses under pressure and triggers catastrophic overheating in seconds. A vacuum line with interior cracking causes lean misfires and sensor confusion. Inspect every rubber component at every oil change and replace hoses and belts on a time-based schedule. Every 4 to 5 years, regardless of how they look. An engine that overheats from a failed hose can warp the cylinder head or crack the block. That repair sometimes exceeds the value of the car. Number 2. Having a single trusted mechanic who knows your vehicle's history is worth more than any part or product on this list. They remember what was replaced 6 months ago. They are monitoring that small weep from the water pump. They know your brake pads were at 4 millimeters 3 months back. That context and pattern recognition allows them to catch developing problems when they are still cheap. Jumping between shops destroys that continuity entirely. Find a shop you trust and stay consistent. It is one of the best long-term investments you can make in your vehicle. And the final one. Number 1. Keep your car clean, not for looks, for survival. Road salt and grime trapped under your vehicle accelerates corrosion on brake lines, fuel lines, and chassis components. Engine bay buildup traps heat around wiring and sensors, degrades rubber, and hides developing leaks for months. A clean engine bay is one where a small oil seep is immediately visible. A neglected one hides problems until they become disasters. Wash the undercarriage regularly, keep the engine bay clean, replace the cabin air filter, and maintain the interior. A clean car reveals its problems early, and early is always cheaper. Every single one of these habits stacks. None alone is enough. All of them together build a vehicle that outlasts everything around it. The difference between a car that dies at 90,000 miles and one still running at 300,000 is not the brand on the badge. It is the owner's habits, repeated consistently over years. If this video helped you, hit the like button right now, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you never miss content like this. Drop a comment and tell me what country you are watching from, and tell me what car topic you want covered next. Your comment might just become the next video.